So, lads, Angel Reese has been killing it. She's been killing it. And I'm not going to lie, like, she's been really good. But the usual has happened. The usual has now happened. She's killing it. And she goes a little bit too far. Writing checks that she now has to cash. She now has to cash these checks. Because she is essentially as good as said in the public that she's better than Caitlin Clark. And I mean this when I say this. Either that or Cardoso is way better than Leah Boston. And if you guys disagree with that, obviously subscribe. We are trying to hit 54,000 subscribers today, and we are 48 subscribers off. Thank you guys so much for all the support. But we got to talk about this. Mainly because it is something that, you know, we need to talk about it. It needs to be talked about because you've now got Angel Reese coming out and saying this. And by the way, let's just, for context, the Chicago Sky just won their first game against a team above 500 in like 360 days. Yes, I know a year is 365 days. If they had gone to this week, where they're playing the Wings again, or the Lynx again tomorrow, if they had lost to the Lynx yesterday and lost to the Lynx tomorrow, they would have gone an entire calendar year without beating a 500 team. And let's take a listen to what she answers for a question.
And this is just a great win in front of our home crowd.
Camila Cardoso returns to the starting lineup. You both finished with double-doubles. She ends up with an incredible block on Courtney Williams to end the game as well. What are some things that you saw in her in that tandem that you guys had today?
Somebody said we wasn't the best young core in the league. I think we're the best young core in the league, for sure. Hands down, the Sky Strippers, we do it every single night. So I'm really proud of everybody.
We're hands down the best young core in the league. Ironically, there are two young cores that in the last 365 days, she is 0-2 against both, 0-3 against one and 0-2 against the other. She has the combo. Actually, no, sorry, they lost once to the Mystics with Camila Cardoso there. One, she wasn't. They are 0-4 against the two best young cores in the league. The Washington Mystics, whose young core don't have the highest ceiling, but their young core is under 25. I think Engstler's under 25. I would love Emily Engstler on the Fever. I think she's a great, 10th player on your team. I think she kind of just does it all. Okay, she's 25. Let's say 25 and younger is young core in the WNBA. They have Kiki, Lucy Olsen, Aaliyah Edwards, Sonia Citron, Emily Engstler, Jade Melbourne, and Shakira Austin. Shakira Austin, 25 and younger. She's not 25. So under 25, they have Shakira Austin, Jade Melbourne, Sonia Citron, Aaliyah Edwards, Lucy Olsen, and Kiki Iriafen. So basically, the entire team other than Brittany Sykes is their young core. Brittany Sykes and Dolson, who's been so bad this year. And still, I mean, it's a crazy thing saying you're better than them. But you want to know what's an even crazier thing? Even crazier. There is a young core that are the two best players on a 6 seed. I mean this when I say this. The Chicago Sky are the 10th seed. They are they're one game off dropping to the 11th seed. They're 7-13. They finished last season with, again, Angel and Camila together beat two teams above 500 for the entirety of the season. When they were above 500, yes, they did beat Caitlin Clark's Fever, but that was when the Fever sucked. They beat two teams that were, at the time they played, they beat two teams above 500 in the year. They beat the Vegas Aces once, and they beat the Seattle Storm once, with the two of them playing. So, in 2 seasons with the two of them playing, they have 3 wins over 500 teams. The Indiana Fever have beaten the Dream, Storm, and Liberty just this season with Caitlin Clark. With their young core. They have equally as many wins over plus 500 teams this season, and Caitlin's played 11 games, as Cardoso and Angel have done. They've played over 40 together. So, like, I love the confidence. I love the confidence, Angel. And look, there are things, like, I still, like, I'm on a, I think the accusations that Angel made, despite not hearing anything, was crazy to jump to those conclusions. And some of the stuff she was retweeting about it not being safe for her to play in Indiana again, I think is bullshit. But Angel's been killing it. Angel's been killing it. I still think that they're both better without each other. And not better without each other. I think the trade package that you can get for either of the quote-unquote skyscrapers is so big. Like, yeah, they have a lot of size, but I'm like, you can get some of the best. You could get an all-star. You could get an all-star or a top 3 pick in the draft for either of them. And an all-star that fits better. But at the end of the day, it's a crazy statement to make that an entire team who are 500 with all young players, and and like the 2 best players on a team above 500 who are 23 years old, and like Cardoso's older than both Aaliyah and Caitlin, by the way. And at the end of the day, the Sky have nothing. Maybe if Aisha Sivka comes down and is a superstar next year, maybe we can have these conversations. But like, and I'll give them, they're a better young core than the LA Sparks. Brink, Rakia, and Sarah Ashley Barker and stuff. They're better than the Sparks. They're better young core than the Wings. Oh yeah. I'll give the 2 of them better than Geisel Soder, Paige, JJ, and Isaiah James. Like, I still think the Sky are better than them. And I do think the Sky, again, one of the better young cores in the league. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, like, it is there's now a target on your back, Angel. You have as good as said that you are better than Caitlin Clark. And they were like, no doubt, we're the best young core in the league. Like, you have essentially said you are better than Caitlin Clark. And you know what? I love the confidence. Go beat her. And if you want to say, oh, she did in college, go beat her as a pro. Who cares about college once you get to a pro? Get to the pros. Angel, go beat her. If you're that confident you guys are the best young core, go beat the Indiana Fever. Couldn't even do it without the Indiana Fever's best player. Also play 30 without the Fever's best player. You play them 3 more times this year. Go beat them 2. Go beat them 2 of those 3. Because realistically, if you go 2 and 3 against the Fever, then people might be saying, oh, it was actually closer. It was actually closer than we think. Like, oh, 3 and 2 means nothing. The first game of the season doesn't count because, they're just trying to get used to a new team. And even though both teams are brand new, first game doesn't really count to the season. But at the end of the day, that's what you got to do minimum. If you lose 4-1 to the Fever, I don't want to hear another word about best young core. If you lose 3-2 to the Fever, I don't want to hear another word, or I don't agree with it, but you know what? You do you. You're not a better young core, but you do you. Like, be as confident as possible if you lose 3-1. But if you lose 4-1 this year, and you go 7-2 or 2-7 versus the Fever over 2 years, whose best 2 players are part of that young core, that's a crazy, crazy statement to make. But anyway, that's the video. I'll see you guys.